So today I wanted to do something a little different for you guys. I wanted to look at the perspective of a player named Treak. Now, I know we all love my aim videos, showing myself pubbing, practicing my headshots, or my scrim frag highlights, but a lot of the work that goes into that on the back end is really when I study the replays, both against top teams and from when teams play one another. And Treak is an excellent example of a player who you can learn from. Now, Treak has played on the Russian team ruLegends for a number of years, and he's up there in terms of skill with legendary operas such as Revenge, 70kg, Hidan, 15OL. In some instances, Treak has actually outperformed these operas. In others, he's performed a bit less. But when you're talking about such a high talent pool, it's difficult to stay at the top for very long. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through our match. This is a match between Get Bricked, my team, and ruLegends for the CFCL Pro League. And I'm going to take you through the perspective of Treak. We're going to look at some of his mistakes, some of the things he did particularly well, and how it played out overall. Now keep in mind, this was played on the United Kingdom server, so he does have a bit of a ping advantage here. However, still the way he plays is what we're going to look at, his decision making and the process he goes through. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get started. So this game starts off with ruLegends on the blacklist side. Treak immediately runs forward and smokes off the BC area. Oh, that's Trace. Treak smokes off the BC area and then runs to scope B long. This is Black Widow 2.0, so Treak will be holding some fairly unique angles. ruLegends quickly takes water control, with Treak following up his teammates after the rifles have cleared the close range angles. That's a very important concept as an op. He then throws a pop flash in to the box room area as his teammates push in. And again, letting the rifles clear the close range angles as Treak holds for the long rotate. He gets the entry onto Michael XV, and then Yuki, there with the counter op, picks him off. Yuki actually missing a couple of shots of his own there, but finally picking it with a 4K on the round. So right there, the important thing to take away is that Treak likes to let, at least on that round, his rifles clear the close range angles, leaving him to clear the long range spots. Now the moment he looked away from the window, if we back up, the moment he looked away from the window is the moment he died. One moment, let's clear the flash and smokes away. So the moment he looks away from the window is the moment that Yuki decides to re-peek and kill him. Just catching him off on a bit of a timing there. Then Yuki re-peeking, getting the kills as I go down, and finally closing out the round. So this angle right here, I actually don't like that Treak is fighting both upper and lower at the same time. I think it's best to focus on one or the other, but with one team having such high ping, it is important to note that whoever gets the first peek is very likely going to win that fight. So here we go. This time, again, the rifle's clearing the catwalk area. Treak sitting back with a flash several times, letting the rifles lead out to entry frag. The pop flash comes in. Treak blind, but still holding the angle. I get traded out. My teammates come in. Treak now 1 versus 4, unable to. I can't imagine him clutching it out there. But again, showcasing how he lets his rifles clear these close range angles before he leads out. Really indicating just good awareness on his part. Now, he does take the fight here, as it is a long range angle. Again, this is Black Widow 2.0, so there are a few differences on the map between it and the traditional one, but a lot of the same fundamentals still apply. So here we go. Again, as you see, he's always crouch spamming. He's never moving in a straight line from left to right. The reason is very much that you want to always be the one peeking the other player. The less time you're exposed, the more likely it is, or the less likely it is for you to get killed. Here he is playing a couple of the angles over at A long, just stalling and trying to look for a pick at some of the positions. We'll speed it up. So again, he's still just working for this frag here, trying to get a pick. At this point, his team are grouped up over toward B. From the looks of it, they're actually going toward cat. So they, at this stage, are setting up for an A split. Treak doesn't take the shot there. I think it was through smoke. Was I the one who peeked him? No, I wasn't. So they have cat control now. Treak holding the A long. So I want to pause and I want to showcase from the perspective of cat, if we can. So from cat, the main angles to worry about are ramp, the staircase, and triple. However, with Treak holding this A long position, two of the best angles for global risk to hold from, and then three if they fall back to the other side of train, are taken out. So it's very smart for Treak to have held this position rather than rotate it off early, especially given his team had grouped up toward B for what looked like a quick B fake. So Treak throws the flash in as his team pushes down cat. We get the initial entries. Treak again playing very peak advantage heavy, wanting to always turn the corner on the other player. That's a very big concept that people too often forget. And I also like that Treak, instead of pushing on that shot, decided to back up instead of. I also like that instead of instead of really committing to the site, Treak decided to back up. And I do need to make a correction to what I said earlier. I believe this was the North American server, not the other way around. So Treak is in fact playing with, I believe, 140 ping at the moment against my team, who averages about 50 ping. So we do have a significant advantage in all of these angles. Again, playing the crouch peek angle from here in the window. Very safe and very secure for an Opera to do this. It is difficult for the other team to get that kill. Letting the rifles work up the water. This time, Treak did not smoke off the BC angle, so a little bit of aggression there on the part of ruLegends to take the water control early, not doing the full execute this round. Treak, though, grouping up toward the water area, looking for that cat pick. Again, as you can see, letting the rifles do a lot of the close range angle, definitely not committing to anything that isn't a long range fight. And I think that's, this is just very fundamentally solid play. Making sure that you're always the one peeking the other player. Two, making sure that your rifles are the ones who clear out these close range angles. So again, Treak now, smoking off the doorway, flashing into box room and letting his rifle lead out the corner, and sitting in the back, holding these long range angles down. This was in fact a fake, so his teammates are grouped up cat. Arsa sees nothing, so they may even fall back and decide to go B, as Arsa is in box room. Looks like they're going to wait until Arsa is spotted. Oh, he's actually, from the looks of things. Okay, no, yeah, he snuck by both of us somehow. The fake comes in. I had a nice shot on there, but Treak now selling the fake, picks up one. And then a nice shot onto me. So very much there. I do want to watch that again, what he was doing in the meantime. So our team, it doesn't bait the rotate out quite. We still have 3 on A. Demon 7 rotating over as Treak did get the double. But they do plant A. So yeah, let's back that up. Watch exactly what Treak's decision making was here throughout. We'll watch it at a faster pace. So again, taking these long range fights, letting his team Let's let some of the smoke fade out. Letting his teammates really take the long-range angles, and then once it was time to commit to the definitely pushing in a little further onto site to commit to this. I like the re-aggression here. Instead of falling back, he knows that his teammates are faking A, so he has to commit to the B bomb site. Or they're taking A rather, he's selling a fake. So he commits to, gets the double kill, and Treak 4 frags, leading his team 3 rounds in. We do get a very narrow clutch, going up 4-0 as Final Down and Derek win the 2 versus 3. Treak again letting his rifles take these areas first and then leading up behind. Pulling out the Colt there, I'm not sure I agree with that decision. Definitely trying to... Oh, he legged me in midair. Nice shot on his part. Drayson gets the follow-up. Exor trades out onto Yuki as well, so just like that. Treak not landing the shot there. I was jumping, but legs me instead. And Michael XV does not clutch out the 1 versus 3. So Treak again just showing such solid fundamentals. He does, he'll be taking the A long spawn from the looks of it, but such solid fundamentals, definitely making sure his rifles are the ones clearing out the angles. Failing a double jump a little bit there, but he had the A long spawn, so he decided to work into barracks by himself. So this is a very aggressive individual play here on the part of Treak. Single-handedly taking barracks, not what you would see most oppers do, but very confident in that long-range angle, and then he just turned the corner on it. So again, showing, in spite of playing very aggressive there, that since he's utilizing the AWM, he can isolate these long-range fights and use it to take control. Demon 7 hitting a nice shot onto Exor, but Treak there with the follow-up. Misses the shot onto me, and I hit the 1-tap back. So we'll speed through this. We end up winning that round. So back onto the perspective of... Let's get rid of the smoke here. So again, very common. He is peeking this upper and lower region. You have to be careful about that, but the most important thing is that he does not lose the peak there. So this time they win the fight at A long, so it looks like they are grouping up for a quick A split, and they will in fact quickly split A. Larry traded out there. Treak again though, even on the fast split, not rushing into things, letting Arsa clear things first, pulls up the bomb from behind. Nice trades on the part of ruLegends. Oh my gosh, nice dropping 1 Colt onto me. Goodbye Zotek. And then another kill onto Michael XV205. So showing that the aggressive play later in the round with the Colt, not using the not using the AWM when he does decide to push out. So again, just a very good versatility and awareness on his part of when to use which and how to play each round. So he flashes up cat. He decides to AK this round, so it looks like the call was a quick mid to B split, and they do win all of the fights in middle. They do win all of the fights in middle. So just like that, Michael XV yet again in a 1 versus 4. It's actually interesting. They did this exact same setup against Carbon in the match that they beat Carbon on Black Widow. Just that very fast, very quick, aggressive play toward mid. So a good effort on Michael XV's part. So Treak looks like he's maintaining the AK in hand, perhaps. So ruLegends definitely likes to up the tempo here toward the end. Treak choosing to AK yet again, so highlighting the fact that if you want to go incredibly fast and raise the tempo, it is okay as a sniper to pull out that rifle. He gets taken out immediately, but the 3 members from ruLegends over toward A long, and that should be the half at any moment now. So a 6-3 half. Treak 8 and 7. They do actually perform very well on their CT side. Treak, op in hand, makes some very wise decisions. taking the aggressive peek over at B long, it is a very good peek out of that window early on, can give you a lot of good information. And as you see, he gets that intel, he spots nothing, so immediately rotating toward that A bomb site. This is an important, so I'm going to pause at this moment. So for all of you who want to snipe, and all of you who really want to play a sniper well, you have to be mobile on global risk side. If you sit in one site or if you sit on one area, you're not going to be as effective as you could be. So what he did there, he peeked out B long to go for an early engagement, and since he saw nothing, he immediately rotated back toward A. The longer a round goes on, the closer players move together. That's the way it works. Blacklist is moving toward the bomb site to plant the bomb, and global risk then, if the bomb is planted, moves toward the site to defuse the bomb. So the longer a round goes, the worse an op is in most of these situations. So it's very important to constantly be moving around, looking for these engagements as a sniper, or baiting someone on the other team into those engagements for you. So Treak now, holding this A-long angle, again, I'm not too sure I agree with this. He did go for the early peek there, but at this stage, I feel as though he needs to be making another aggressive play, getting information. I actually think this is, he may kill me here. In fact, I think he does kill me here from the catwalk region, but, oh no, he doesn't. So yeah, I definitely think that Treak needed to be more mobile and aggressive there in that position. So a quick win on our part that round. Treak really just playing a bit too passively there as a sniper. And again, the key is to not hold these sort of angles right here. Even though a sniper can be very useful there, this is a long-range fight. The sniper is going to have the advantage of the angle. Really what he wants to be doing is early round, moving around, spotting something, and if they're not there, rotating to somewhere else, and vice versa, etc., etc. So okay, so now this is the play that I think he should have done last round, where they aggro out. Now he's going to be supporting it from an angle that is a little bit more difficult to handle. But instead he pulls back, again going to the same angle. Now he may win the fight. That is a good fight for global risk, but as you can see throughout this round, he's not impacting it for his team. This is not a round where Treak, see there you go, he finally swings out and just takes that fight and gets the kill there. But until that moment, this was not a round where Treak was useful. He was, see now he's mobile, now he's moving, he's actually impacting the round and getting these frags. That is what you want to see out of your opper. You want him to be moving and constantly engaged. So Yuki hits a nice shot onto Treak there. I'm not even sure how, but that's the way it goes. So let's just end this whenever. Yuki get one more and then gets traded out. So Treak now, he plays aggressive that round, gets 3 kills, pushing very aggressive. Top fragging for his team at 11, but again, he goes back to this passive play. So I definitely think that this highlights how even the best oppers, I'm actually going to leave it at this. The game goes on a couple more rounds. Treak ends the map with I think 15 or 16 frags. But this really goes to show how some of the basics of sniping are ingrained into the DNA of top level oppers. But it also goes to show how you really want to, even at the top level, individuals can make mistakes and they can always play better. So Treak in this instance, he needs to be playing more aggressive and allowing his teammates to take map control. Instead, if you look at the overall map, the map field of view, Drace, Arsa, Stray, Treak, and Exawur are all very, very passive, completely giving map control to the Blacklist side. The only exception being that Stray and Exawur were the round before on Catwalk. So in this instance, what you really want to do as an opper is to take control of some of these long-range fights to give your teammates an advantage. Oftentimes that will mean pushing down the catwalk area into mid, or pushing or posting up on the middle ramp, or even peeking out of B long. The point is that you want to constantly be getting your team an advantage, not just holding an angle down. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to upload this to see what the feedback is, see if you guys want me to do more analyses of some of the top players in the world. And yeah, peace.